Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and everybody who identifies otherwise, it's the return of Unemployed to Legend. That's right, after a 2-year hiatus, the series is back. And after previous mixed success on FM21, 22 and 23, let's go out and make FM26 the biggest Unemployed to Legend series that has ever happened. For anyone who has seen the series before, welcome back, I'm glad to see you again. Or for anyone who is actually new to the series and is probably wondering, how's this going to work then? Let's just quickly go through what to expect on this series. So from the very start, we of course start unemployed, hence Unemployed to Legend as the name. And as my manager profile, I will have 0 qualification badges, 0 playing career, 0 anything in the game, quite frankly. I am scum at the bottom of world football. And of course we will be starting this game in the UK leagues and the Irish leagues as well, because the UK is where I'm based, so it makes the most sense. And once we do eventually find our first job, after applying more or less anywhere that we realistically could probably get a job, and who knows how long that is actually going to take, we then rise from there, either staying at the same club for a long time or moving around different clubs across Europe until we finally reach the pinnacle of European football, winning the Champions League, which I've actually not done on an Unemployed to Legend series before. So can we do that for the first time in FM26? For the answer to this question, and also to keep up to date with how the series is going, because I will be doing several episodes each week, looking about 2 to 3 episodes a week, make sure that you hit the like button down below, smash the big red subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss these future episodes. Right, I think that actually covers everything admin-wise, so let's get into the game. And of course, we start here. This is our first opening screen as soon as we've opened the game. No job yet, of course. In the right-hand side of the screen, 12 jobs are available. We will come to that in a moment, but just before that, I will just confirm to you absolutely nothing as far as my profile goes. I'm unsuited to everything, coaching-wise and mentally-wise. Except fitness, which is reasonable for some reason. Clearly not me in real life. Although saying that, apparently my tendencies are to play energetic football, tactical tinkerer, and to inspire others as well. Which might attract a few lower league teams, who are maybe struggling at the bottom. And of course, just to confirm, I have 0 qualifications as well, so the National C will be the first one. Depending on what club we get, we may or may not get that very, very quickly. I have no relationships in the game. I've got no history in the game, although I will keep my biography after retirement. Who knows what this is actually going to show by the end. Of course, no managerial stats as well. That will start as soon as we get our first job. And then, of course, we get into managerial vacancies. So currently, straight from the off, you've got 12 available jobs. And already I can tell you, yeah, Rangers. I don't think we're going to be getting this job, although what are they asking for? Sick. So just wage bill and finances. That's fine. So I think what's the best thing I can do is I'm just going to apply for all of them. I doubt I'm going to get Rangers. Certainly not Newcastle, although that is actually the Women's Super League. I should probably point out as well, it's not just the men's leagues that have been loaded up in the UK. It's also the women's leagues as well. So in the UK, in the base game, that's just England and Wales. But what we're going to do to start, I'm just going to apply for all the jobs that are actually available. And if we end up at a men's or women's team, absolutely fine. Who knows how this is going to end? Or even how it will start, actually. We could end up starting at a women's team and work our way into the men's game, or vice versa. So I think that's going to add a little interesting spice into the series. Okay, so I've applied for all 12 of those available jobs. Like I said, I think we'll get really, really lucky if we even get anywhere near the Rangers job. I've also answered the question about would I take any foreign jobs. I've said yes, but technically none of those leagues have been loaded up into the game. And just to show you the leagues that have been loaded, Argentina and Brazil are in there just to keep the national teams competitive. Also, Argentinian and Brazilian regions flowing through the game, especially as we rise up through the leagues. That's the sort of thing we'd want to see. But otherwise, the playable leagues that we've got are England, Ireland, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales. And that, of course, includes the women's leagues as well. Or the English and the Welsh leagues. I mean, there's only one Welsh league anyway. So any jobs that come up for them, I will definitely consider. And already we have our first job interview, and it is Eastbourne Borough. We literally had to wait about 5 days. Sheffield United, the women's team, they don't want me. Fair enough. But we are going to attend Eastbourne Borough. They are in... where are they? National League South. Okay, so bottom level of England, available in the game. Fair enough. In fact, actually, where are they predicted to finish next season? Oh, hello. They're predicted to finish in the playoffs. Now that is interesting. We could have a situation we go into a pretty decent National League South side. I've never done an interview in FM26 so far, so I have no idea really what answers to actually give. I'm going to assume it's like the same as FM24. You're up for a few jobs right now, it seems. Are you hedging your bets? Just trying to forge ahead in my career, mate. I've got no job. I've got a family to feed. That's a lie. It's just myself. If I came here, I'd want to stay for a long time. But see, if I promise that, how long is that promise for? Should you be hired? Expectations for the club to challenge for a playoff berth. Yeah, that's a fair target. How's the transfer budget? Around 3.5. That's fine. Because I'll be putting that into wage budget. 17 grand. Isn't that quite high for that level? Especially with 3,500 in transfer budget. We're looking, what, maybe 19, 20k? Are there any requests? Not at the moment. I don't have any staff I want to bring with me. I've got no staff. Eastbourne Borough is definitely a consideration. I still say 17,800 a week is quite high. There's no other available jobs at the moment, I don't believe. No, nothing new. There are some insecure jobs. Cork City, that would be quite fun. Shamrock Rovers, quite surprised. Oxford Sunnyside, that's in Northern Ireland, and Kerry in the Republic of Ireland. I thought Arsenal was available for a moment. I was going to say. Alfreton Town, right. Second job interview. I'm not going to go through every job interview, just the first couple, so this will be the second one. Then if I have any job interviews after this, we'll just go right through them, because then we're just waiting on teams to come back to me. So Eastbourne Borough, technically. Alfreton Town, I believe, are National League North. I forgot to check what they're expected to do this season. It's great to be here. I'm doing whatever I can to keep progressing. Yep. Want to emulate the best long-term successful managers. I want to be as revered as they are. We'll go with the promise again. I don't know how long that promise is going to be. If it's like 1 or 2 years, absolutely fine. I don't imagine us probably leaving before then. Top half finish. Okay. That's fine. Anything for us to consider? If hired, I'd like the board to allow me to continue my development, but by taking a course. We don't agree allowing you to take the next coaching badge will benefit the club. I mean, yes, it will benefit you, but it will also benefit me as well. Not that I can think of. I suppose because I've got no skin in the game. I mean, what right do I have to ask for a coaching course, to be honest? Aldershot have not accepted me. Britain Ferry have offered a job interview, as have Kings Lynn. Right, I'm just going to do these job interviews off camera because they're more or less going to be the same thing. But if we've got 4 clubs that could potentially take us, absolutely fine. So I'll be back with any future developments. And so we have the first job offer of the series, and it has come from Alfreton Town, of all teams. Has anyone else actually stood in for me? Let's see who wants me. So Lana, Alfreton, Eastbourne, Britain Ferry, Kings Lynn, Barry Town, and Pontypridd. Still quite a few clubs actually, so this is the point where I will just delay for a couple of weeks and just see where we can if anything else actually comes in. But as you can see at the bottom here, there is no way to delay the offer, which is incredibly stupid. Enter the contract negotiations or just straight up reject. So Alfreton, I believe, yep, National League North, that's fine. Where are they predicted to finish? Good grief, like the lower part of mid-table. It's looking very mid-table, very average from this squad. Key players wise, is there any? We can't even see all the key players. I think that's just absolutely silly. But lower mid-table, they're offering me 7,000, I think, for wage budget. Yeah, 7.75k. I don't even know what they're actually. What the heck? Oh, okay. So we can see what's available. So £779. No transfer budget available though. Let's have a look at the wages. The wages are not even that high. The top player, Charlie Gill, he's on loan. He's on 500 a week. I don't even know if we're paying that. Let's just go with one of our actual players. That's £4 to £550 basically. The thing is, Eastbourne Borough, they could still come in for us, and I would probably be a bit more interested in that. In fact, I would definitely be a lot more interested in that because they're the same level, and their wage budget is 10,000 higher. Although I don't know how much is actually available. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to reject the offer from Alfreton. I think there's better out there. Eastbourne Borough definitely being one of them. Even if we go to Ireland or Wales. Well. Kings Lynn. Kings Lynn coming straight for us. So 18,000 a week on the wage budget. They're also in the same level. National League North. Where are they predicted to finish? 8th. That's already so far better than Alfreton. We made the right choice there. So how much is available? It's even less wage budget. Well, actually, we got 6k in transfers, so we could just move that over to wage budget. Still can't reject it, though. Sorry, still can't delay it, though. You either accept or reject. But I think this has to be... The only one that would be better is Eastbourne Borough. I think purely based on the fact that Kings Lynn Town are expected to challenge near the top of the National League North, and we do still have wage budget, that we can just transfer to wage budget, I might actually accept this job. Let's see what they're saying on the contract. Let's see if they'll give us 620. Let's say 600. 12 months. Oh, hello! Delay for 1 week. Oh, thank goodness. We will consider your request to delay making a decision on our offer. Okay, right, so we got a week. Okay, I did not think that was still in the game. Britain Ferry, right. Kings Lynn have agreed to the delay, so we've got 1 week. That's absolutely fine. So we've got until the 18th. Hartlepool have rejected, fine. Britain Ferry, right. 3.1k per week. Only 187 available, right. This is the men's team in the Kimbra Premier. They're predicted to finish 11th, which is the relegation zone. Right, so they're going to be in a relegation battle from the off. Anyone in the season preview? We can't even see a season preview. Oh, here we go. The vast majority of the Dream 11 is, of course, TNS, who are like the best team by far in Wales. I mean, we have been in Wales before for the start of Unemployed to Legend. I think it was FM26. So we could do it again. I mean, this time we'd start in the top division. Both divisions are actually loaded. We started in the second tier last time. Do you know what? I think we'll delay this one as well because I am interested in going to Wales as well. Yeah. We'll delay that and just see what else is actually coming up as well. Eastbourne Borough was unsuccessful. I've just seen it. Right. Britain Ferry have agreed to delay. That's a shame. That was probably the one I was waiting on the most. It was satisfied with the plans I put forward, but decided I wasn't the right person to take the club forward. Jim Bentley, of all people. Hasn't this guy been around for such a long time? That's him as a player. Okay, so we're unsuccessful with Eastbourne Borough, so there's no new jobs apparently. Oh, hang on. Dungannon Swifts. Rangers are still available. Dungannon Swifts. Apparently I can't apply for that. Interesting. I don't think it matters. I think we're going to be going to Kings Lynn or to Britain Ferry. Because Barrytown said I'm unsuccessful. Lana, unsuccessful. Oh, hello, Pontypridd. Oh! This is the women's team. Right, so where are they predicted to finish? Rock bottom. They've just been promoted. They're predicted, oh my god, 1,000 to 1 odds. I think probably the best thing to do is to go to a men's team for the moment, build up some coaching badges, and then potentially move across to the women's game later on. That's still an option at the end of the day. We don't have to just stay either in the men's or the women's game. So that might be something I will probably look to do because apparently the women's game handles a bit different. The players certainly do apparently anyway. It might be worth building up my reputation in the game just a little bit before we actually take on the women's game. So just purely based on that, we will reject the Pontypridd offer, but the women's game is still on the table for later on in the series. I think it's probably a good idea just to build myself up first with a men's team. Here we go. Kings Lynn have just approached me. I think we'll go for this one. National League North. I haven't started in England for a few years, so you know what? We'll do it. £600 a week? Let's take that. Yeah, they've accepted it. Excellent stuff. So, and that is it. We are indeed the manager of Kings Lynn Town in the National League North. This is where we get started. We don't get the little pop-up menu or window that we used to get before when we took over a job. It's a bit of a shame. It just feels like so much has been taken out of this game. But nevertheless, we shall persist on. Welcome to Kings Lynn Town. And in fact, that's where we're going to leave this episode. So next episode, we will be going through the Kings Lynn Town as a club, also the squad, tactics we're going to use, and potentially any transfers or areas to get some transfers in, because if they're expecting us to challenge for the playoffs, that's exactly what we need to do for our first season. So if you have enjoyed this episode and if you're looking forward to how this series is going to unfold, make sure that you hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button so you don't miss future episodes coming up. Also remember to turn the notification bell on as well so you're notified of future episodes. But thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode.